press release by me, Honorable Shodiya, the LGA Chairman of PDP Alimosho Local Government, held today, 15th of March 2023, at the party secretariat here, number 183, Akomodo Road, Egbedo Alimosho, concerning the brazen falsification of election results and total disregard for the provisions of the Electoral Act 2022 as amended by some INEC personnel during the conduct of the presidential and National Assembly elections in Alimosho local government on the 25th of February 2023. The leaders of our great party, the local government party executive, other stakeholders here present, the gentlemen of the press, we feel it is imperative we bring to the notice of the generality of the public and to also draw the attention of the institutions that are saddled with the responsibilities of conducting a free and fair election as mandated by the electoral guidelines in Alimosho local government to the shambolic elections conducted on the 25th of February 2023. We recall with mixed feelings before on the 25th of February 2023, a meeting of all the stakeholders was held in the office of electoral officer of INEC. In the meeting, the electoral officer promised to supervise and conduct a free and fair election in the local government, but it was surprise of well-meaning and discerning public and critical stakeholders, the contrary took place. The presidential and National Assembly election conducted on the 25th of February 2023 in Alimosho local government was brazenly falsified and heavily characterized with fraudulent alterations of the original result from the various polling units. It was a situation whereby the electorate were confronted with grossly biased-minded INEC officials at the polling units who took it upon themselves to direct electorate where to thumbprint. A case in point is polling unit 088, Ward 02. The most unfortunate aspect of the last election conducted is that in many polling units, in many polling booths, the INEC personnel did not bring complete election materials, especially the result sheet, to the polling booths. This gave room for result falsification and cancellation at the polling centers. A case in point is that of polling unit 088 in Ward 01 for the obvious reason. Some of the INEC officials at polling booth claimed they could not operate the beavers machine, all in the ploy to change the original result from the units. In view of the above, we hereby as a party stated as follows: that the INEC work collation officers in some of the wards refused the party collation officers to collate results along with them so as to authenticate the figures from various polling units. At the local government collection centers, these malpractices were detected, but the parties were refused to redress the falsification. Instead, we were advised to approach the court on the face of a daylight robbery. That in many of the polling units, the INEC did not bring the complete election materials, especially the result sheets. The party agents were told to come to the collection center to get the figure recorded after the election. All these antics gave rooms for the changing of the original result from the polling unit. Examples are abound. That election conducted on the 25th of February 2023 in Alimosho local government witnessed a situation where INEC personnel were swapping election materials from one polling unit to other. A case in point is that of polling unit 119 at Ward 07, where the polling unit official at 119 were using the ballot paper and the materials meant for polling unit in polling unit 120 to conduct election. We have the video evidence of the event. There are some of the INEC polling unit officials decided to submit results at the collation center. This made some of the results at polling unit to be cancelled and 0 was recorded for all parties. Booth 088 in Ward 01 is an example of dastardly behaviour of an INEC official saddled with the responsibility of conducting a free and fair elections. That for the first reason known to many INEC polling unit officials, they claim they did not know how to upload results with the diverse machines. This caused a lot of confusion and disaffection at various units. A case in point is that of polling unit 143 at Ward 7, where the PU officials said openly they could not operate the diverse machine. Examples of these dastardly acts were abound in most of our polling booths in Alimosho local government. However, as a party and one of the critical stakeholders in the electoral system of Nigeria, we believe it is within our right to demand for a free and fair election in Alimosho local government. The performances of INEC personnel at various levels in the process of conducting the last election left much to be desired. Most of the figures shown out at the local government collation center at Ikotun for the Lagos West senatorial election and for the House of Representatives for the Alimosho Federal Constituency are heavily falsified through the aids of INEC officials who refuse our collation officers from various wards to confront them with original result from the unit. One like Ward 04 and Ward 11, among others, were heavily rigged. Nevertheless, we as a party that obey the law and follow the guidelines of Electoral Act 2022 as amended, we demand for the sake of free and fair election in the coming gubernatorial and House of Assembly election scheduled to hold on the 18th of March 2023 as follows: that the Electoral Act 2022 as amended should be strictly adhered to in the conduct of the gubernatorial and House of Assembly election scheduled to hold on the 18th of March 2023 in Alimosho local government. All the provisions therein must be respected, especially those concerns the duties and responsibility of INEC officials and the path of free and fair elections. This should be a total breakaway from the ways and manner. There should be a total breakaway from the ways and manner the last election were conducted in Alimosho local government. That the electoral officer Alimosho EO should ensure that all the necessary election materials are given to INEC personnel before dispatching them to the polling units. The material must be complete and accurate. That only the personnel that can operate the beavers machine